Hey everyone, welcome back to Optimize Evony. I wanted to give you guys a quick video today. The developers slash Elena came back with kind of their suggestions and or with the list of the feedback, suggestions, demands, complaints, whatever they were from the developer meeting, and basically whether they're going to get fixed or not. So I wanted to share that with you guys and kind of go over what I think about that. Before I begin, please like and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Helps me out a lot, helps you be able to access my videos easier. But yeah, let's get into it. So they split the feedback into 5 different categories: battlefield, common, boss, item, and event. Boss, item, and event are pretty small categories. Common is a pretty big category. But let's dive into it. So for battlefield, uh, there were there were a few things. So the first one was lots of problems during All Stars. Can't rally, can't get in the battlefield. Dev response, of course they'll fix it. ETA in November. Okay, well we'll see what that is. Hopefully they do fix that. It's really annoying to try really hard to get into All Stars and you can't get into Battlefield or you get locked out of Battlefield or whatever. That's just unacceptable. So hopefully they do fix that. The next thing is around unlocking Wonder 3. I know that's a big concern for a lot of the newer servers. So, and honestly, some of the older servers. So, many players don't have a chance to get it. Uh, their their response, it's under optimization, and it will be expanded to the top 200 before the next All Stars. And this says around November. So I am a little bit confused about this. What I don't know is whether they're going to make the requirement 200 permanent or whether they're going to do the same exact thing as last All Stars and have 200 people per continent be able to unlock it. Because if it's that latter choice, if it's just during All Stars qualification, that's, in my opinion, just not good enough because that's when everyone's trying their hardest to score their highest and stuff like that. And if you're not already going to be making All Stars, you're probably not going to be able to get in the top 200 for that those 4 weeks. So hopefully that's going to be a permanent thing, but we'll kind of see when it's implemented. Normal battlefield increase to 25 players, basically like challenge. Uh, no suitable program. That's kind of unfortunate because I know some of these bigger alliances have a ton of people that are in them, but only 20 people can still join the battlefields. Uh, Battlefield matching issues, always getting the same alliance. I mean, honestly, we've been matched with the same alliance like probably 10 times in the last like 2 months. So that's something that should be fixed, but Evony says no suitable plan at this point. So that's fine. Honestly, like I think there's more important things to worry about, but it does make the game a little bit more boring. Add a time slot to the battlefield between 8 and 9. Uh, the infamous 8.5 time slot. No suitable program. I, I was actually kind of hoping for this one, not just for the memes as they say, but also because it is just a much better time slot for a lot of our players. So it would have been really cool to have that. So that's kind of the battlefield stuff. Honestly, not really anything. I'm not super impressed by their responses there. Hopefully, for that second one, the Wonder 3, that they actually do kind of implement that the correct way and not make it kind of a temporary thing. Let's move on to the common things, empty the white and green sub-cities on the map. Is that really a but it's under optimization. End of September. Okay. Maybe they removed them, maybe they didn't. There's really no way to tell. Uh, okay. Server merge for dead C1, C2 servers under optimization. It's already online. So I guess if you haven't gotten a server merge, you're probably not getting a server merge this round, which unfortunately means that my server is not getting a server merge, which is a huge bummer because we really need it. Add the function to cancel the healing of wounded troops. This was actually something that I brought up. This is just something that just needs to happen. You know, it's absurd that people have to either spend all the resources or not all the resource, all the speeds to heal in Battlefield if it glitches and heals all your troops automatically. So they said under optimization, and they said that it's coming out in October. So that actually is a pretty good change. Hopefully that is something that that does actually come out. Wheel of Fortune, add an option to spin times 100. Not a top concern for me, but whatever. Under optimization in November. Cool. Alliance rallies and rally screen always switch positions. So people join the wrong rally. November. That would help. Honestly, like, you know, it is easier to join from the rally screen, and since you're able to speed from that screen now, it's a little bit easier. It prevents, you know, people posting things in chat and messing things up and stuff like that. But I usually just join from chat just because it's in today, you know, it does bounce all over the place. Sometimes the most recently posted rally is you have to scroll a bunch to actually get to it. So I usually just join from the from the actual chat. So okay, automatically recommend generals based on targets. November, cool. I think that's mostly for assistant generals because the main generals are kind of already handled. Proportional increase in Monarch XP in advanced offer is basically for the upper tiers of the shrine. You basically don't get any improvement in the Monarch XP that you get after like level 35. So, okay, cool. That's coming in November. Great. Most of the people who probably were asking about that probably are already Monarch 40, but whatever. Additional March presets. December. That would be cool, particularly for assistant generals because you need to have more pairings. It would be nice to have boss pairings versus like specific presets that you can use in battlefields, particularly because there's different like march sizes and stuff that you can use in battlefield. So that would be cool. Make easier ways to get stamina. No suitable program. Get Monarch XP to higher level. I don't know what that means. No suitable plan. Increase the number of places for each rank, especially after server merge. You know, people are 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 not able to stay in the ranks that they are, particularly for the newer server. The older server has been able to kill more bosses and stuff like that. So either reset or have more slots. No suitable program. Okay. Add wall gen presets. I know this was something that people were excited about, but unfortunately, no suitable program. And the wall gen presets would be super important, especially for the assistant generals, because you can't easily switch your wall generals at this point. Otherwise, you risk not having an assistant in place, not having a general at all, whatever. So yeah, that would be a huge help, but it's not coming. Increase the refresh rate of bosses and the amount of resources in resource spots during non-event cycles. No suitable program. Add new generals who are good at gathering resources. I actually don't think that this was ever talked about in the dev meeting. Not that I can remember, but okay, whatever. They're going to release new generals anyways, but Okay, there are plans, but there's no estimated time yet. Cool. Honestly, we don't really need new generals. That's fine. Okay, so moving on to the boss things, add more boss awards. Something like runestone chests under optimization, already online. So I think they're basically saying that this is the Meyer squids that have some runestone chests in the upper ones, which I do think is a cool optimization. Unfortunately, the rest of the rewards for those bosses are not particularly good, but it's still worth hitting kind of the upper scale ones. Again, not something that I super care about. Okay, here's the most important thing in my opinion. More ways to get Civ equipment fragments. No suitable program plan at the moment. That is a huge bummer. And we kind of knew that. Basically, Elena answered on the call that there's not really going to be a good way to get them for free. They're going to continue to be paid events. And I think they basically have released that paid event where essentially you can get any of the gear that you missed for like the same amount that you would have spent at that time. Well, that's not true. The cake levels have changed since some of the early stuff was released. So it's roughly doubled the amount that you have to pay to get it. And so, um, but at that level, you're able to get any of the things that you missed. So a lot of the newer servers that weren't around when some of the earlier stuff was released now get a chance to get it. So great for them, not great for coiners or not great for low coiners or free to play players that are trying to compete. So again, huge bummer, but we kind of expected that. Then for events, more methods to get gold from Viking rewards. We've they've they've released Hell Vikings to some servers at some point, but never released it to the rest of the servers. And then increase the rewards for consuming return event. And I'm just going to tell you, they're going to say nothing. Yep, no suitable plan at the moment. They don't really care about that. So honestly, as with most of these, not a ton of things to get excited about. The couple callouts I would say is the Wonder 3. Hopefully that is implemented the right way so that we can actually get get more players to Wonder 3 because it's so important. And then the function to cancel healing of wounded troops, hopefully that does come. That is a huge thing. And then the alliance rallies moving around, hopefully that changes. And the additional March presets. Those are kind of the main things that I'm hoping for. The first one, honestly, I think they'll try to fix it, but I'm sure there'll be the same problems, new problems, whatever in the next All Stars. So I don't have a lot of faith that they're going to actually fix anything super important there. So uh, honestly, yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more, and I will say we spent at least half the time, if not more, talking about the kind of differential in the top players versus the top coiners and anyone else. And I don't even see that listed in the feedback, suggestions, complaints. So that's really surprising. So basically, they didn't want to address it. It's not something that they're concerned about because they're making a bunch of money from these people. But as you've seen from the number of accounts that are going up for sale, even kind of the some of the top accounts, I've seen VIP 24 accounts who have spent you know hundreds of thousands of dollars on this game. They're selling because it's just not worth it for them anymore. Honestly, like the top accounts, they want to be good, but they also want it to be fun. Right now it's not fun for some of them because it's almost too easy to to win. It's too easy to kill all the troops and stuff like that. And so uh, again, they're not really addressing it. Hopefully, someone in their organization will actually, have a long, hard think on it and come up with a solution, or reach out to some of the actual players and have an honest conversation about it instead of just trying to figure out how to just pass the buck, further along. But I'm not super. I kind of feel like it's gonna not happen anytime soon. So yeah, this is basically the feedback from the dev event. Again, not super excited about it, but it is what it is, and we'll see what they actually deliver based off of what they've actually promised to deliver. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, please remember to like and subscribe.